Yeah, this is Ashabash representing for Sandy and Bones TV. More of the people them just like and subscribe our TV. Cause I just a blessing. Manifesting our TV progressing. Yeah, Nyla, scatter.
Good morning. Hold on. Shoot. Not like the breeze are blowing. Crap. Let me go ahead and find my filter, because finding my filter is going to be way easier than trying to light this with wind about. Oh, it light. Hold on. It looked like it light. Okay. Okay, light. Yeah, light. Okay. So this is Incense. This is in the scent baby powder. Ooh, child. This baby powder, honey. That's everything. I love baby powder, I love strawberry, I love mango. No, black mango, it name. Frankincense and myrrh. So what's really good with it, baby? What's really good, honey? What's good? Hold on. Alright then. Hey, good morning. Good afternoon. Okay, so let's just address what are we gonna call it? The unicorn in the room, because elephants are still about, but unicorns are a little bit, you can't see them as often. And by the way, you know that unicorns are real? Yep, but they're not as whole. They've taught us that there were a lot of things that the teachers. The vanilla is nice, but the vanilla scent is very subtle. I'm like, I'm scent them like, cause they're walking them out. They say, yo. My friend told me, him they like right the side of the door and him smell. Oh, my own smell nice. And I said, that's right. What mama love, is the oils. Bye. When me light my aisle, oh my gosh, like the whole home, bro, is just. So I saved that for like special moments in my life. But yeah, okay, so Pepsi, right? True. Let me just tell you something. A lot of human beings are going through a lot of shit right now. Okay, I'm not talking about like COVID and the pandemic that is running the world, but I'm just talking in our personal lives. And when I make my posts, for one, is to bring awareness. That's just the main reason. Two, once I get dry. Two, I post for entertainment and like comedy. I've never been one to like keep my mouth shut. I've never been one to allow somebody to be disrespectful to me. And people think because you're a Christian, why am I not looking at me one crackhead? I should put a lip gloss on and not a chapstick. But people think so because they can screenshot me, say I'm on crack. But yeah, so people think that like we're not cinnamon. I forgot to try the cinnamon. But people think that like I'm not gonna respond and stuff, and I'm like, honey, the mind of a creative. Because remember, I write songs as well. So, excuse me, and I'm very pensive. And contrary to popular belief, I'm very internal. I internalize a lot. I don't share a lot. I keep most of the stuff I don't speak, and because of that, it sends me down a rabbit hole in my mind. So I get a thought and it triggers. Zine? But when you gonna ask me how I wipe with my nails, and your tongue be funky after, don't come for me. Don't do it. Because if you're brave enough to ask somebody how they wipe their vagina with their nails, I'm like, ma'am, sir, you know how. Let's not do this. And I urinated again, so you're gonna get to lapping or not? What are we doing here? Are you gonna? Because it's draining down my thighs. So I just wanted to know when you're gonna. That's exactly where my mind goes. When people say, oh my gosh, what do you cook with your nails? In my mind, I'm like, this can't be a real question. But when people are liking it and going, yeah, I'm like, these heifers are delayed. They are delayed. You're delayed. Your thought process is delayed. Your communication is delayed. Your understanding is, I wouldn't say delayed. It's more like way off in like a distance. It's like, what's that thing? It's like on time savings. That what they when they switch to times up, and that's what that is. Like, you're like so far behind. I can't even call you delayed anymore. You just never arrived. But where are you? We're all here. You're over there. I don't know. That will always be my response. Always be my response. I'ma always choose violence. And I'm gonna save this live. I'ma always choose violence, always. It may be in the form of a TikTok video or a post or sarcasm. I'm very good with sarcasm, and my sarcasm is so raw and real, and it's coming from a pure heart. You believe me. So when I say I cook with my nails, there people are commenting, ew, that's so oh, one girl commented, Missy, why Jeremy left the girl? I left you for Crystal. And I'm just like, you know that, like, all right, heifer, you may be true, so whatever. Then I went and looked at her picture, like, ooh, I'm gonna cut this heifer down so low, and the girl looked fine. I was like, God damn, I can't say nothing but a thing, honey. Girl, you look good. I can't even come at I can't even come at you, because there's nothing for me to come for. You're like regular. You're here. This is where you are. You're here. You're normally, you're a daily occurrence. People like me, we're unusual. People like me, when we're seen, when we are observed, when we allow people to be in our presence, our personal space, we're an anomaly. We are unique. We're nothing like you. I would say, like, we're above standard, and you're just here, baby. So no, I've gotten to the place where it's like, sometimes I respond, sometimes I don't. And when I do, believe me, it's going to be met with a lot of sarcasm. And I just agree with you, or may agree with you, to be like, okay, so what's next? Hey, Shan, so I'm talking about the videos I made this morning about using my nails to cook. And people, Shan, ooh, when I tell you these beings are delayed, they believe. They're like, oh, I know I saw the rig did cook. Hey, I didn't know I saw the gal did cook. It's like they believe. They believe that I'm out here cutting up shit with my nails. You know how expensive these are? You know how expensive? You think that? But I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go down the rabbit hole, honey. I'm going to make videos about my body. I'm going to make, what else do y'all want to know? How I do what? I don't know, like hold the boys? I don't know. Like, I'm going to just go down that rabbit hole, honey. Because at this point, like, going back and forth with people on the internet is also like a delayed response. Hear me out. Delayed meaning, all right, I'm going to think really, really deep now. So you commented a minute ago. That's a minute ago in time. A minute I will never get back. A minute you will never get back commenting. We are literally reaching back in time to bring it to the present now, to where we are. If I think you're worth that time, I'll give it to you. I will bring that past into my present, into my now. But if I don't think you're worth that time, I won't give it to you. And that's what it boils down to. People are so used to seeing a particular set of people on social media that when somebody different comes, they're almost demonized for being themselves. Just being themselves. I love piercings, love tattoos, love nails, makeup, hair. I love all of that. But because I'm not a traditional looking Christian, opinions are made up of me. People just say whatever comes to their mouth. And that's the world that we live in now. We do not want our perception of what we're viewing, or reality, to be distorted. So once that's distorted, it triggers something in the people that's viewing it. Not the person who they're watching or experiencing, them, their childhood traumas, what they're going through, what they've seen happen, what they feel. It literally has nothing to do with you. Literally. So choose how you spend your time. Choose wisely. how you're going to go back in time, and choose carefully what you allow in your future, because everything shapes us. The Bible says, teach a child in the way that he should go or grow, glow. When he's old, he will not depart from it. When he's old, he will not depart from it. There is no midsection of as he grows. When he's old, he won't depart from it. And a lot of us have been indoctrinated from birth with this perception of reality. I've been thinking about something. Y'all better hear me out, because it's a little bit weird. Okay? And I'm going to be reading in the comments to see, like, if anybody have any insight or any opinion or whatever. Everything that's around us, hear me out, please. Everything that's around us, is what they taught us to experience. Okay? What they taught us to experience. So, and I'm going to go there. So with school, there are some people who can survive in that do as you say shell, do as you are told mentality, and they thrive in the corporate areas. But for the higher ups who literally, and this is literal, they literally run the world. Run the world. They don't abide by the laws that they put down on us. With that being said, whatever you serve, whatever you believe in, hold on to that shit. Because when the shit hits the fan, the only thing that you're going to have is what you believe in. The only thing that you'll have is what you believe in. Money, you're not gonna have it. In house, you will not have anything, just what you believe in. And that is why, oh my gosh, I'm going to get into trouble. That is why, oh my God, that is why just read the Bible for yourself, and the correct version of the Bible for yourself. I'm going to say something so bold, but the King James Bible, personally, is just not it for me. And the interpretation, because did you know that King James was an actual person? That when they got the Bible or the pages or the notes or whatever, they chose to interpret it in their way and make it. And they chose to omit certain books out and make it. And they chose to write certain things in and make it. If that doesn't set alarm bells off in your mind as a Christian and just a whole belief system, I don't know. Because like right now, because back then they had like scrolls, things that they could go back on. But even Jesus, this have to be God, even when Moses did come down with the 10 Commandments given by God, and I think they were written by God. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think they were written by God. Written by God. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm going to say given by God. When he saw the bullshittery that was happening, he was like, oh, hell no. I know these heifers. Is that a calf? My nigga, is that, did you? He got mad and he broke it. He destroyed. Is it true? They keep changing facts. Oh, hi, Color Pop Jamaica. No, written by the finger. Blood cleanse. Jesus. Written by the finger of God. Written by God himself. who the Bible says we have never, and I'm only referring the Bible because that's what I have to base my knowledge off of now, based on how I was raised. Excuse me, but now, being a 35-year-old woman, I have to be like, there has to be some other way, because things don't line up how they teach us. Hi, Auntie Nettie. Which version I read? Well, I do NIV and Message and ACV, Amplified, amp. Yeah, but written by God, and he broke it, he destroyed it, because while him up there, I risk him life, literally risk him life, and come back for the people him open him, tell them him like do him come back, and it was just chaos, and he broke it. Now, if a man of God that spoke to God, where God literally write down something and say, give people them, can do that, why do we have so much faith in these people? Why isn't there more of a hunger and a thirst for righteousness, rather than just pleasing people, rather than just controlling people? Because my experience has been, it has all been a controlling system. So they're no different from the major families that literally runs the earth. They can legit make more money, but they're going to tell us that we can't, because in making more money, it's going to cost money to make money. So when the first money thing came out, to make the money, did you need money to make the money? It can be made. We do not have to be poor. We don't have to suffer. If every single billionaire comes together and give whatever country it is that is in like a decrepit state or a third world country, however they want to describe us, will be okay. But it will mess with what they've been telling us, with what we've been indoctrinated by. Where I am now is where a lot of people are, and where most of you on my live right now are. This is where you are, trying to figure shit out, whether it be your Christianity, whatever you believe in, your life, your job. That's what they tell us. And we have to be figuring it out now, and we're thinking, because let me tell you something. Let me tell you about the human body and how powerful our brains are. Because we have been put in this fight or flight mode. If the fight rises up, if the fight rises up, the system will be disheveled, the system will be demolished. But along with these people that run the world, there are also Christians who have churches who also align with them, and they also indoctrinate us. The one world order has already been set in motion. I don't think you guys realize that. The Bible said we must make no graven images, and that their idols are like, they're describing statues, because them say they can't move, can't talk, they can't this and da. But yet still we wear the crucifix with Jesus on it. But because it is a Christian symbol, it's okay. But it said not to make any. I'm confused as a mother. I'm confused. What is really what? So after I fell down that hole, I started watching TikTok, and then I found this TikTok Kaya, I think her name is Kia, I don't know, but she speaks a lot about just everything around us, like how things are, like the one. Oh my God, she's so cool. And people kept on asking her, like, which Bible should I read? Which Bible should I read? Which Bible should I read? Oh gosh, I want to say that. Oh my God. You see, y'all talk about, you guys get so easily distracted, and I am like that too. I turn off the comments, by the way, because you guys don't shut up and listen. You don't listen to understand. You listen to respond. You listen to retaliate. Whenever you listen, it is so you would know how violent you should be. It's not for knowledge at all, and it's not even knowledge. It is not. You're not even listening for another perspective. I was that Christian that was very homophobic. I was extremely homophobic because of what I was taught. I was a Christian that believed that people who are lesbians, homosexuals, gay, queer, whatever the case may be, know that all of them should just die because they're ruining it and they're not of God. That's what I was. That's what I came away with what I was taught. And that does not represent the love of God, Yahweh, Yeshua, or Jesus. It doesn't. The Bible says love covers a multitude of sins. But Christians today, we do not have any love. We do not have any understanding. We lack empathy. And it's because of this rampant, very strong self-righteousness that runs them. It controls them. I do not want you people to be arguing with delayed-minded individuals. It is pointless. Do you understand that I'll be speaking until the day I die that I'm a Christian and people will still not believe me? Do you understand that I would say every day I don't cut my vagina or anus when I'm wiping and they still won't believe me? Do you understand that it doesn't matter years pass from now, I'll always be the one? Yeah, man, at the YouTube and our husband did gear bone, remember? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And I think it was Paul. I'm going to turn in the comments for this just for clarity. I think it was Paul that wrote, or was it? I don't know if it's Ezekiel or Isaiah. I don't remember where. But him said, everything is fleeting. Like everything is fleeting. Like everything is it is not permanent. Is what he was saying. Please, somebody can clear it up for me. It's like he must say, no makes sense. He must say, you see the baby, were never born, live a better life than the people that were born. Because that child was spared from the atrocities of this world. He or she did not get to experience that. It was Paul, right? Ecclesiastics, it was, and it was written by Solomon. And in the Bible, it says that Solomon, God said he will never give wisdom to Solomon, to anybody again like he gave to Solomon. But yet still, we are preaching that it's attainable. And the Bible itself said it's not. Me, I got always respond in a violence. It might be passive, it might be aggressive. But I will also respond in silence. And the sarcasm, of course, because why not? But it's a choice. It is a choice. I can either read the comments or don't. If I read the comments, I might say some bullshit. I may have to address it. If I don't, I am not responding to the people who actually give a shit. So for us as social media influencers, well, for me specifically, it is a very thin line to walk. Because I do have people who support me, that I'd love to like interact with them, but even in interacting with them, it is drowned out by just the bullshittery of people. And listen. If them say one bad apple can spoil the bunch, and I think there's some in the Bible that says we do focus on negativity than positivity. Because I've wondered, why on earth would I focus on this one negative comment when there's like hundreds more positive? So there's something about negativity, and it's innate in us to either attack it or address it or combat it in some way. It's in us, in every single person. Now I've been trained to lie. How you doing? Listen, God is good. That's true, but that's not the question that was asked. How are you doing? When people struggle with mental health and depression, we're told that they're demons. Now, if you're looking at me who struggles with depression, mental health, not me, as in the me person, suicidal thoughts, racing thoughts, and then you're going to say to me that the reason why I'm like that is because of a demon I chose to let in. It is a bitter pill to swallow. Again, as Christians, we do not have empathy. I'm not all of us. We don't have empathy. There is no understanding. We are triune. That's what I was taught. Triune beings. That's what we are. Mind, spirit, or soul. No, mind, soul, spirit, and body. So when something happens, it happens to all aspects of us. If you're on your phone now or you look past something, everything happened with a thought. Make that sit down in your spirit. Everything happens with a thought. And the Bible also says, as a man, so is. As a man thinketh, so is he. That could be interpreted in so many ways. Think it and you shall be it. If I don't think I'm sick, I am not sick. If I think I'm not happy, I'm not happy. As a man thinketh, so is he. Why aren't we being taught the gospel as how it is? Why aren't we being taught the words as how it is? Why do we need to contaminate it with what we think and with what we want our congregation to look like and act like and feel like? It is robbing people of a personal relationship with God. It is. I am not your typical Christian at all. I am not. I am very loose at the mouth. I got a ton of issues. I got deodorant under my arm, and you know this is already nasty. I'm probably a dirty girl for doing that just now, because that's what we tell people. But nothing separates you. Nothing separates me from the love of God. The love that covers a multitude of sins. Google multitude. We don't approach people like that anymore. We approach them how we were taught to approach them. Violence and aggression. I don't want to get too deep, boy, because I'm telling you, how I think, how Simone thinks, it goes deep. And everything that I think, I know it's a revelation for me and not for everybody. But for those who can understand and not accept, but understand. For those of us who are, and as Christians we say, strong enough. There is no strong enough. You either want to hear or you don't want to hear. It is a choice. And that is why all the bullshittery is happening in the world, because we all have choices. Because what I believe in is God, and when he created us, which is what I believe, he gave us free will. Choose. Do not, but the entire garden is yours. I'ma do the do not thing, Jesus. You know how I be. It's so many. He didn't have to plant it. Why he planted it if he knew? Because it's a choice. God understands the power of a choice. We on earth don't. That is why we force people into a certain way of thinking. We force people into like this little thing. We force them. This is not me. This is more me. But you get the point. You get the point. Free thinking humans who are aware that they do have a choice is a dangerous thing. And I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that on that. You know. I'm gonna let it do what it do, baby. I'm done talk. So here's my TED talk. Thank you for coming by. I'm done, and I may go back to being catty and sarcastic. Or I may not respond to anything for the rest of the day. We'll see how that goes. On a more personal level, the shit that I've been dealing with, going through, losing, I don't post. So you know that TikTok video that says, when you see me happy, just leave me alone. I worked hard for this. Then you know that TikTok thingy? Like, that's me right now. That's me right now. Yeah, that's me right now. A lot is happening that I'm not going to talk about on any platform. But a lot is happening. And I